My only goal right now is to lose 9 pounds.
Hello? You're currently on the phone with KCK. Yep, that's me.
Good morning, everybody. Is it the last day of September? When is the last day of September? The 30th? I never understood those, that song that you sang to know when the 30-day months were and the 31-day months were. I never learned that. I don't know why. I just had no desire. I don't think any of my teachers taught it to me. And I don't really need it until today. But I think September has 30. Am I correct? Yes. Tomorrow is the 1st of October, and every first of the month I have to skip my Savage Fenty subscription because I don't need to buy anything right now. And if you're wondering what that is Rihanna's like lingerie, underwear, kind of like her Skims. And you pay, it's like a subscription thing, but you can skip it every month. And I do most months. But I will say her stuff is actually really comfortable. I have a robe from there. I love it. I have some underwear from there that I love, and some it's like a crop pajama thing with some shorts that are super comfortable. But the crop doesn't come too far up, so it doesn't show my big old belly. I'm just kidding. I do want to lose 9 pounds though. And I don't want to hear anybody saying I don't need to. I want to. And that's okay. It's my body and I want to lose 9 pounds of it. So everyone's always like, "But you're not fat, you're skinny." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not the biggest person, but I'm not the smallest person. And I don't want to be like a skinny little twig. I want muscle, which I've gained over the last couple years, and but I'm skinny fat, and I hate it. I hate it so much. And I don't want to go swimming. I don't want to take my shirt off around people because I have like the love handles, and I have a big chest and not like a muscly one. And I just am sick of it. I'm sick of this fat hanging on. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start fasting for 36 hours at a time, and until I get to my goal weight, which actually 9 pounds isn't necessarily my goal weight. And I should clarify, I want to lose 9 pounds of fat, not muscle. So, yeah, now I have to figure out when to do it because I don't want to go to the gym and try and work out when I haven't eaten. And you can't donate plasma if you haven't eaten. And I need to donate plasma in order to pay my bills. And AKA my bills are concert tickets. um, but yeah, my goal weight is actually more than that. And I don't want anyone to tell me I shouldn't do it because I want to. And I've done some research, and by that I mean I watched 3 YouTube videos last night about fasting for 36 hours from trusted doctors, and I'm going to do it. So I was going to try and do it today, but I want to have it end in the morning so then I can eat all day and then go into my fast the following night or that night, if that makes sense. But for some reason, I cannot figure out that math. I have tried so hard. Like, I was trying so hard yesterday to do it, and I was getting so confused and angry, so I just had to stop. So if anyone can tell me what time to start so that I can start eating again in the morning, that would be great. Yeah, I don't do well with math and or numbers, so there's that. But I want to lose 9 pounds at least in a month from today probably. So wish me luck. Yeah. And after watching the Menendez brothers, the Monsters thing, I hate when you're trying to look up some TV show on IMDb. Someone the other day didn't know what IMDb was. Is everyone clear what IMDb means? It's International Movie Database. It's you can get the app or you can go online, but Amazon bought it like forever ago, and it's basically all things TV shows, movies. Like you search an actor, it pulls up the actors, all their information, and then all the movies they've been in, all the TV shows they've been in, everything they produced. It does like scores, so like music, everything they've done music for. It shows their upcoming stuff. It shows like behind the scenes photos of movies and film they've been on. It's like my Bible. I love it so much. But someone didn't know what that was the other day. I thought that was interesting. But I mean, I guess if you're not into this stuff, it makes sense. I probably couldn't tell you anything about what people do in golf, so there's that. What was I getting at? Oh, but I hate when it's like a ongoing, like American Horror Story. Like you try and look up American Horror Story, and each season is a whole different vibe, a whole different show, pretty much. But it's like you can't look up each individual one. Like you type in American Horror Story, and it pulls up every single actor from like every single season. So you can't just like narrow it down. And so like now, Ryan Murphy's doing this Monsters series, and the first one was the Jeffrey Dahmer one, and I couldn't watch that because it's just too gory for me. I think I should go back and watch it, but it's kind of like, eh. But now he's doing the Menendez brothers one. And if you don't know what the Menendez brothers are, it's a true story. And it's always fascinated me. Is it because they're rich? Well, yes. And is it also because they're very good looking? Yes, double yes. But it's a true story, and these two brothers from Beverly Hills, their parents were just pretty awful people and pretty abusive. And I mean, I'm not saying that what they did was correct, but I just think they felt like they were backed into a corner. Anyway, they walked into their parents' living room and shot them a bunch of times with a shotguns, and they did not get away with it. They tried to, say someone else did it, and they were just dumb. I mean, honestly, like it's no surprise that they ended up in prison because they were just reckless and careless. Like after their parents died, they like went on this massive like shopping sprees and spending tons of money and just acting like nothing happened and like leaving crumbs everywhere. It's like, you guys, come on. Like they almost got away with it. But they just kept slipping up. And anyway, what was I getting at? Yeah, so now that you look up, so the whole series now is called Monsters, and so I'm guessing he's going to do more of this type of stuff. I wonder if he'll do like Ted Bundy. I know we've been on a lot of Ted Bundy stuff, and I honestly did not like the Zac Efron one. It wasn't very interesting. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't like the best. You know what I mean? I don't even know what it's called. It's a really long, dumb title. Wickedly evil, shockingly vile. What was it called? It was just too much. And I know it's what he said, the judge said at the end of his trial when he put him in prison. But I'm like, that just doesn't flow off the tongue. Hang on, let me see. Wickedly evil. I don't even know what it is. Hang on, let me look up Zac Efron. It's so weird how many ways you can spell Zac. Z-A-C is how you spell Zac Efron. Z-A-C-K and Z-A-C-H. But I mean, I guess there's a million ways to spell Casey too. And no one used to really spell it right, which I don't really care. You know those people that get so bugged when people spell their name wrong? It's like, it's not that deep. Like, it's okay. You'll be totally fine. No one's like, if it bugs you that bad, then obviously your name is a way that is not normally spelled, and you should maybe change it to the way that it's spelled like that if it bugs you so much. But like, no one ever spells my first name right, and no one ever can even pronounce my last name. And it's like, why would I get mad at that? Like, there's no reason to. Um, but yeah, I only have one friend that can spell my last name. Thanks, Landon. And I'm so surprised that he can, because it's not like I sat him down and forced him to be able to write my name. He just did it. Okay, the movie is called Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. And that's what the judge said to Ted Bundy at the end. Okay, I'm gonna finish my point, I promise. So I think he'll do like Ted Bundy. Who else is like a big like story like that, like a shocking one? I wonder how many of these he'll do. So obviously this is the second one, but like you go in to look it up, and it's in the monsters category, but it's every single character and actor from the first one and the second one. It's like, okay, but I want to know just the second one, or I want to know just the first one. I don't want to know all this stuff. So maybe I'll write a letter to IMDb and tell them that they need to make it better, because it's so confusing. But they do the same thing with like, it's like Law and Order SVU. You know, like they clump it all together. It's so annoying. But I did watch there was a Menendez brothers trial, or a movie, no, sorry, miniseries in 2017 or 18, and that was Law and Order True Crime, and that was really good. I want to kind of go back and watch it, but to see how it differs from this new one. This new one's obviously really good and like really high budget and thought out, and the actors are very attractive. And so yeah, after watching that and seeing how in shape they were, I'm like, what am I waiting for? Like, I work out and I do like, but I need to like lock in. I need to lock in and just grind and just get it done. Because I've lost like 20 pounds over the last couple years. Probably closer to 30, but I've gained some of it back. And I just feel so good. I just feel, I like Whitney Rose would say, I feel um, better. I'm not out of breath as much. Um, I don't know, like I sleep better, my clothes fit better, I just feel better, you know what I mean? But I want to do that more. I want to be able to wear like Tom Holland's new crop top line. I want to be able to, not that I wear it out in public, but you know what I mean, like around the house. Um, I don't know. I just don't want my love handles to hang over my pants anymore. And so I'm going to lock in, you guys, and you won't even recognize me. I for sure will look much better by Coachella, because that place is like, will send my body dysmorphia into extreme overdrive. But where was I getting at? I'm sorry, you guys. I'm like all over the place. Oh, have you guys been watching the Menendez brothers thing? It's really good. It's like number one on Netflix for like the past week. And it's a true story, and people are like all up in arms about it, kind of how they were with Jeffrey Dahmer thing. And my question is like, what is it? Just because it's on a huge global scale now that people are annoyed? Because no one seems to care about all these like little true crime podcasts. Some of them aren't even little. Some of them are huge, and they're always like, "How dare you? The families of these victims are still living. You know, the Menendez brothers are still alive. They're in prison. You're tarnishing their name." I'm like, I think they tarnished their name when they shot their parents several times with shotguns. And I'm not talking like like were across the room. Like they shot them across the room and then went over and shot them like right like a foot away from the end of the gun. Like it was pretty heinous. And so it's like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like when is it not okay to talk about these things, and when is it okay too? And then someone was like saying, why is everyone like praising Gypsy Rose and like we love her, and but then when it comes to these guys, we don't. Like they're still in prison. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think obviously they should have just gotten away from their parents, but their parents had a lot of money and they benefited from all that money. And I don't know. I think they were just backed into a corner, but it goes like much deeper. Like they were being physically abused, sexually abused, emotionally abused. Their dad was not a good person, and the dad cheated on the mom, and the mom went into like a spiral and was just on all kinds of pills and constantly drunk, and was they said that she was addicted to their dad and that she would do anything he said. But yeah, so I don't know where's the line? Like what constitutes like if you can talk about it or you can't talk about it? Like what kind of platform does it have to be okay? Because like a lot of you sick freaks are listening to these true crime podcasts to go to sleep and to like I don't know, like go grocery shopping. I'm like, how do you do this? And then like you're scared to walk to your car at night. And I was like, I wonder why. But I don't know. It's just interesting to me. So there's my take on it. I'm not finished with it yet. I'm like on the third or fourth episode, but it's really good. And it's like based in the 90s because that's obviously when it happened. I think Lyle should be locked away forever if he's anything like the character that is on TV. I think Eric is like a better person, but Lyle is just a total d-bag, and he should just be in there forever. But yeah, the first what was the first one called that I watched? It was Law and Order, Menendez brothers, and Edie Falco was their lawyer. Let's see. Sorry, I'm checking. How do you spell? Menendez has so many E's in it. 3 E's. It's like Wheel of Fortune. Menendez. It's not showing up. Anyway, it's not that important. But I was going to go back and watch them, but you had to buy each episode individually. I'm like, I don't think I want to do that. Sorry. What else? I haven't watched Grotesquerie yet. It looks so gory. You guys, I can't do all the sounds and the blood and which brings me to another point. I'm just gonna get off my chest. I hate Halloween decorations that are so morbid and so graphic and gory and just over like why do you have to do that? It looks so tacky. There's this yard. I'm gonna go find it. I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna post it on the Instagram story. There's not 1 inch of space left to put something on this lawn, you guys. They have that giant skeleton thing, which I hate. You know what I'm talking about, the one that's taller than people's houses. And then just like gory Halloween decorations. Why can't we just do cutesy, fun, Nightmare Before Christmas, cute jack-o'-lanterns, silly little ghosts? Like, why does that have to be so scary? I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I will never get it. I went to Lagoon yesterday again, and here at Lagoon, and I was forced to go into a haunted house again. We went to the same one, and it wasn't that scary. They just let people in too quickly, so you like catch up to the groups in front of you and stuff. And I don't know, the actors just weren't doing it yesterday. They were just kind of whatever. But I don't know. Like everything in there was gory. Like blood was splurting everywhere. Like they had like fake intestines hanging from the ceiling. And I'm like, this is just morbid at this point. This isn't even like scary. Like jump out and scare me and like chase me with a chainsaw. That's, like why does there have to be blood everywhere? I don't know. That's just my opinion. And you can do whatever you want, but know that if you have like a body sawed in half on your front lawn, I am judging you. And that is okay because that's my opinion. Okay. What else? Has anybody noticed? So on my podcast list, I put a chunk at the top of stuff that I kind of just want to talk about, that I think about, and then the bottom is like the celebrity stuff. So the first thing I have on my list is I saw a TikTok about a guy from, well, first he stitched it. It was a girl talking about people from Europe and other countries complaining about how US, like people here don't like travel out of the country as much as other people in other countries. And then the British guy popped up and he's like, I used to think this too. Coming from England, I always thought, why are Americans so like untraveled and they don't like go anywhere? And he's like, and then I've lived here for like, I don't know, 6 months, and I I get it now. He's like, this place is huge. There's no need to go anywhere else. This place is massive. He's like, you can drive and drive and drive and still be like, just make it through one or two states. And he's like, I understand why people here don't have passports. Like in Europe, they have passports. They just probably carry around with them all the time because they can go to a different country in like 30 minutes. And there's a sign. I think I've already talked about. There's a sign in, I think it's Washington, and it tells you how far away New York is. And obviously, it's like a long ways away. And someone's like, why would anybody, like, why would we need this? And someone's like, it's for tourists who come here and think they can just rent a car and just quickly drive across the country and go to New York. Like, I think people come here and think that, oh, I'll see the Grand Canyon, I'll see Hollywood, I'll see, like, Epcot, I'll see New York, we can do all this stuff. It's like, no. There's, like, I haven't even been to all the states. I've been to, I think I counted the other day, I've been to, like, 28. And I'm like, this place is just, it's huge. There's so much. And in the comments, someone's like, I drove for 10 hours once and I was still in Texas. And like, Texas is bigger than a lot of countries in Europe. So I don't know. That's just a thing I think of because people probably do think it's so weird that we don't go anywhere outside the country as much. Plus, it's expensive. Like, flights out of the country from the US are not cheap. Like, over in Europe, you can get flights from other countries over there for like price of what we pay to go like LA or Nashville or something like that, you know? So there are reasons, you guys, that we don't go. Plus it's like over there they have the whole EU system. It's like the money's all the same. Like if we go over, we have to like know all the different rules and all the different, you know what I mean? It's just not as easy. It's not as easy for us. What is next? Has anybody noticed, and I've only noticed this with podcasts that are on like that are part of media groups, like Maddie Murphy's podcast, and who else's was I listening to? A lot of them from the Dear Media Company. They're so quiet. Why are they so like? My volume is up all the way, and I can barely hear them. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know. Does mine sound like that? If mine does, let me know. Mine used to, and I think my brother texted me and said it was kind of quiet to turn it up. And so I did, and I haven't got any complaints since. That was like a year ago. So obviously it's probably pretty good. I don't know. Is it too loud? I will try and figure out how to make it better, but I've just noticed that. And is that something that anybody else has noticed? Because it's really driving me nuts. This is just like stuff you think of when you're driving or in the shower or something. Whose album was it that just came out? Oh no, I was listening to Suki Waterhouse's album. Also, this is a Suki Waterhouse podcast now. I'm changing the whole theme to Suki Waterhouse. I've known who she was, but I didn't really, pay much attention to her. And I always saw the magazine this month at Barnes & Noble, British Vogue, that she was on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, can you just get rid of this one so I can get the Kylie Jenner one? And finally, I broke down and bought it. And I posted on my story, like, have you guys tell me what your favorite songs are, what movies she's in that you like. If you're unaware, she's a singer and an actress, and she just had a baby with Robert Pattinson, aka Edward Cullen. And she was in that show, Daisy and the Six. I always get, is it Daisy Jones and the Six or Daisy and the Six? And for some reason, I thought Daisy Edgar Jones was in that show, and she's not. I'm like, what? Her name is literally the title. How could you mess that up? Let's see. Daisy Edgar Jones, who I love. I'm obsessed with her. Um, Jones. Yeah, Daisy Jones and the Six. How could you not put Daisy Edgar Jones in that movie? That's just so baffling to me. And she'd be, I guess it's not a movie, sorry, a miniseries. I've never seen it, but whatever she's in, she's perfect in. So I can only imagine she'd be perfect for that role too. But so I started listening to Suki Waterhouse, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this. Like I put a lot of her songs on my sleep playlist, and a couple on my main playlist, and it's just so like sweet. Like I plugged it in, and I drove the side by side around. I had some like chores and stuff to do, and I'm like, the sun was like low in the sky, and it was just warm, like a warm fall afternoon, and I'm listening to her just lull me into this like sweet, I don't know, abyss. And anyways, I love her. But I was thinking, I love when you first like listen to a new album and all the songs like start to sound like they all sound the same. Like you can't really tell a difference between them, you know, you like, and then the more you listen to it, you're like, oh, that's this song. Oh, that's this song. Oh, that's this song. And then you finally like get like, you know exactly what like each song is, you know, the lyrics. Like I just love learning new albums. It's like one of my favorite things. I've always loved that, and I will always love that. So that's just something I had on my mind. There was a girl on TikTok that she's like, can anybody tell me, she's from England, can anybody in America tell me what these cute little statues are? She's like, I've been seeing them everywhere and I just love it. I love learning about like American things. She showed a picture of it. It's a fire hydrant. And they're like, that's our fire hydrants. But did you know that in England, their fire hydrants are underground? Like they open up like a grate and put a hose down there, and that's where their fire hydrants are. They're not even hydrants, they're just pipes. I thought that was interesting. Also, someone in the comments of that said, the color of the fire hydrant depends on the flow rate of the water. So, like, there's yellow ones, I think there's blue ones. I think the ones in Beverly Hills are made of platinum. Let me see. Beverly Hills fire hydrant. Let's see. Silver. So they're not platinum. I heard they were made of platinum. But all the ones in Beverly Hills are made of, are silver, which I think is interesting. Let's see. Fire hydrant flow rates. Yeah, let's see. Okay, the flow rate of a fire hydrant is indicated by its color, which is usually found on the top bonnet or nozzle cap. Red flow rate is less than 500 gallons per minute. Orange flow rate 501 to 901 gallons per minute. Green is 1,000 to 1,500 gallons per minute, and blue is more than 1,500. Interesting. So you wonder where they would put, because most of them are red. You think you'd want as much power as possible. Has anyone seen a blue one before? I wonder where they put all these. Like, where is it required? Probably some at like factories and stuff have to be like blue or green, the higher rated ones, you know? I don't know. Interesting. Rainforest Cafe is trying to make a comeback, which I haven't been there forever. I thought it honestly went out of business. But they are doing a pop-up restaurant on top of the Empire State Building. Everything you need to know about the Rainforest Cafe at the Empire State Building. It's literally on the top of the building, you guys. The Jaguar is out of the bag. Rainforest Cafe will be the world's most famous building. Will be at the world's most famous building. If you're not sure what the Rainforest Cafe is, you go inside and it literally feels like you're in a rainforest. And they have like monkey sounds and toucan sounds and like tiger, like not real ones obviously, but it's just like a fun kind of like gaudy experience. But after a fan frenzy erupted from the building's April Fool's joke, the Empire State Building and beloved jungle themed restaurant have teamed up to bring nostalgia to the heart of New York City. I love when that happens, when like people start talking about something online and like they wish it would happen and like the companies see it and actually implement it. On October 3rd through the 6th, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., fans can visit the Empire State Building's 86th floor observatory for access to a limited edition Rainforest Cafe. It's not even a restaurant. Rainforest Cafe / ESB. I don't know what that is. Merchandise and a selection of restaurants' most popular food items. Read on to learn more about this iconic event. What is the Empire State Building Rainforest Cafe menu? Rasta pasta, penne pasta, grilled lemon. That sounds so good. Grilled lemon chicken, broccoli, red peppers, spinach, Parmesan cheese, rumble in the jungle wrap, a turkey wrap, Blue Mountain chicken caprese sandwich, grilled lemon. Oh, they are going at it with the lemon. I love it. Grilled lemon chicken, arugula, tomatoes, mozzarella. Mini volcano, a rich chocolate brownie topped with chocolate ganache and candy rocks. Will I meet Cha-Cha? Though Cha-Cha is a busy little tree frog, you never know when he may clear his schedule to appear at the Empire State Building. So if you want to see Cha-Cha, did you guys ever message Cha-Cha back in like late, I guess for me, late elementary in middle school? So before smartphones were like even really a thing, Cha-Cha was this number you texted, and it basically was like Google. I'm pretty sure it was like people sitting behind a computer waiting to get these texts, and then they Google the question that you asked, and then they'd send it back to you. And what would the numbers be? Cha-Cha. Hang on, I can't even know. I don't even know what the numbers are on a telephone anymore. Oh, here it is. 242, right? Yeah. You just 242, and you send it whatever question you want. I wonder if it's still around. Do you think it is? Someone try it. Okay, how do I reserve a table? That's not... You have to buy a ticket. Interesting. What is included in my ticket? I mean, this applies to no one, because I think everyone that listens to this podcast is on the West Coast, but all the tickets to the reimagined Empire State Building Observatory experience voted #1 attraction in the world by TripAdvisor. Is that true? I don't really believe that the Empire State Building is the #1 attraction in the world. I think that's a little exaggeration. Includes access to the building's immersive museum and 9 galleries and unmatched views from the iconic open-air 86th floor observatory. Guests can take their visit to the next level with an upgraded 102nd floor observatory ticket. Have you guys ever been to the Empire State Building? Like, it's old. Like, old. You go in, you have to go in like 2 or 3 elevators just to get to the top, and like there's pipes like running along the walls, and like you can just tell it was built forever ago. When was it even built? I don't even know. It's cool, and maybe now it is like the #1 most attraction in the world. I just have a hard time believing that. But when we went, we didn't go to the museum or the like galleries or anything like that. I need to go back. When was the Empire State Building built? It's like it knows me. It just put it in March 17th, 1930. And this is where that famous picture... Oh, I don't know how these guys are doing this. That famous picture of those workers sitting on that steel beam, like clear up. Oh my gosh, like my feet are tingling because this is making me so nervous looking at this picture. They're just like sitting on a steel beam, like high above the city when they're building the Empire State Building. It's so creepy. Yeah. Okay, what's next? What else did I have in my mind? Oh, you guys, this is so sad. No, like actually, like when I saw this, I just kind of wanted to curl up and go to sleep because I was so upset. If any of you were lucky enough to order food from the Schwan Man, you will be very sad about this. So the company obviously has been struggling for a while because they keep rebranding. They changed it to yellow, which is stupid. Why? What is the point of that? And then they stopped doing home deliveries, at least here in Utah. And they're just doing online. And now the whole company is going out of business. And I'm so sad. They truly had the best food. Like, I'm not even exaggerating when I say I probably had 500 to 1,000 of their pizzas. And I know you think, no, that can't be right. No, that is correct. I grew up on them. Like, it was so easy. Because my parents, like, were gone a lot. They were always working or something. And so, like, the Swan Man, Martin, our Swan Man, who I knew, like, he was part of my family pretty much. I knew him, like, longer than most people in my life. Like, seriously. And, I used to be able to leave notes on the front door, be like, "We're not home. Just can you charge it to our account and go put the pizzas in the freezer?" And he would do it. Martin was a true hero. Not all heroes wear capes, and Martin was one of those heroes because he like knew everyone's order. He was so personable. You just loved to see Martin driving around town or coming up the road. Like, he was just great. And I remember one time he was on vacation or something, and so a different driver came, and I was asking him, I was like, "Did Martin quit?" He's like, "No, no," and he like starts laughing because I think he's like, everybody's been asking me that. He's like, he's just on vacation, and we got to talking, and he's like, the CEO or someone came to our office once and saw Martin's employee number, and he's like, "Has he been working here that long, really?" And they're like, "Yeah." He's like, "That is crazy. That's the longest employee we've ever had, like, in the whole company." And it was like probably close to 30 years, I would say, that he was doing that job. But everyone loved Martin. I think he retired before all this happened, but everyone pray for Martin because if you had the opportunity to eat Swan Man food, you know what I'm talking about. Oh no, their ice cream. It was the best. It was so good. The best ice cream, the best pizza. Um, Apparently they own Red Baron Pizza too and Freshetta. Freshetta is like pretty close to what their pizza tasted like, but theirs was better. I'm not kidding you guys. And I asked Martin one time, I was like, "Does anybody else order more pizza than we do?" And he just starts laughing. He's like, "No, not even close." Like, we'd order like 9 to 12 pizzas each time. And it was wonderful. It's one of my favorite memories to go out in the freezer, pull out a Swan Man pizza, and cook it and eat it while I watched, I don't know, Nickelodeon or, SpongeBob or something. Yeah. Anyway, RIP Swans. You were a true hero. Have you guys been watching Agatha All Along? Sorry, Agatha All Along. I have, and it's actually really good. I like it. If you're wondering what that is, it's the spin-off to WandaVision. If you're wondering what WandaVision is, it's the Scarlet Witch from the Avengers. If you're wondering what the Avengers are, you're way behind. So it's like a superhero movie. This one's about Agatha, the evil witch, and it's after Wanda gets finished with her and she has no powers. And they released 2 episodes the first week, and then from then on out, they're releasing 1 episode per week. So they've got 3 out right now, and like the budget is good. Like, they have great actors. Catherine Hahn, I know it's kind of a thing right now to say this, but I've always liked her as an actress. She always eats up every role that she's in. Like, Meet the or We're the Millers. Are you kidding? She's so funny in that. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, when she pretends to be their therapist. Like, she's just so good. And she's so, you just know if you hang out with her, she's so fun and funny and just like, I don't know. She kind of reminds me of like Emily Blunt. Just like, they're so good, but they can like go out of character and just be normal again, and have fun, and then just get right back to work. That's just what I think about Catherine Hahn. Anyway, Agatha All Along. Someone asked me, I can't remember who it was. They said, "Do I need to watch WandaVision first?" And I said, no. As of right now, you can kind of piece together. They don't really talk about Wanda that much. But WandaVision is one of my favorite shows of all time. Like, it was so thought out and so clever how they did it. I'm not going to tell you because I just want you to watch it, but it's on Disney Plus, and they swear in Agatha All Along. They say like dirty jokes. I'm like, I love this new Disney Plus. It's fun. It's thrilling. So yeah, stay tuned. I think they come out on Wednesdays. But yeah, I will keep you updated on that. So Chappell Roan has canceled her next festival. I don't know what festival it is. There are a lot of festivals lately. It's kind of making me mad. Chappell Roan Festival. Chappell Roan drops out of All Things Go Music Festival. All Things Go is one of my favorite Nicki Minaj songs, by the way. Let's see. New York Post. Is that a good, reliable source? I don't think so, but Chappell Roan faces backlash after canceling U.S. festival appearance. Most unprofessional artist, people are saying. 39 minutes. Okay, we got time. I just want to clarify, Katy Perry is like the number one artist who has canceled the least amount of shows. Just want to throw that out there. I just want to throw that out there. So, okay, good luck, babe. Chappell Roan fans are fuming after the singer canceled 2 of her weekend performances at the last minute. The 26-year-old Midwest princess revealed that she's pulling out of All Things Go Festival in New York on Saturday and Washington, D.C. on Sunday. There are 2 different locations? That's weird. Let's see. Despite many of her diehards spending hundreds on tickets and transportation to the event, with some buying plane tickets to their favorite artist. I have thoughts on this, but obviously it goes deeper than what I think, I apologize to those who have been waiting to see me in New York City and DC this weekend at All Things Go, and I am unable to perform, Roan wrote on Instagram. Things have gotten overwhelming the past few weeks and I'm really feeling it. I feel pressure to prioritize a lot of things right now. I need a few days to prioritize my health. Sorry. I want to be present when I perform and give the best show possible. Thank you for understanding. Be back soon. Fans aren't happy, immediately taking to social media to air out their grievances, canceling with a 24-hour notice again. Chappell Roan is probably the most unprofessional artist of this new generation. I said what I said. Not Chappell Roan canceling on ATG when the festival is this weekend. Girl, I can't keep defending you. No, because now I'm so pissed. I spent $150 on a train ticket to come to New York City to see Chappell Roan, the festival, and she cancels her appearance. I'm so angry. I get prioritizing your mental health, but also when you commit to something, you follow through. Like, it's her job. I'm sorry, you guys. I know people probably disagree with me on this, but it's your job. Like, if you don't want this job, then don't do this job. I just don't understand people who go after fame or fame adjacent careers and then get mad when they get famous. Like, I'm not saying you should go up and not attack, but like just get in their personal space and, drive past their house and do all that. So like, I get that. Like, I totally get that. But when these people are like very, very clearly fans of what you make and your art, and you're constantly yelling at them and telling them to leave you alone, and like, you go to Paris Hilton and she will take a picture of you no matter what time of day it is. Like, no matter what's going on in her life, she's just known to be so kind and so patient with her fans because that's her job. Her job is to be famous. Her job is to communicate and mingle with her fans. And like, there's a video the other day of Katy Perry in, I think it was Brazil, and this one kid broke through the security and went and like hugged Katy Perry, like kind of from behind, and it kind of like shocked her, and she didn't freak out. She didn't start yelling. She didn't yell at her security. She was holding a box of pizza, which is so Katy Perry coded. And she like looked at the little boy and she gave him a hug. She's like, "You're okay." She's like, "You want a piece of pizza?" Like, there's just ways to handle things. And when you're yelling at people to not take a picture of you, when you're yelling at photographers, I do know that photographer that was yelling at her at VMAs is known to be not a nice person, so I get that. But when you're constantly complaining about fame, I'm like, okay, but you pursued this, so I don't really know what to tell you. And like, Taylor Swift doesn't cancel shows. She has a song about doing a show while she's crying. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's just, sometimes you just gotta go to work. Katy Perry went to work right after 30 minutes after her husband filed for divorce. It's just how it is. I'm sorry. I know that's not popular opinion, but it's just what I believe. And to cancel 24 hours before that, I don't know. So this kind of stems from, she made some comments about politics, and it honestly wasn't even bad. It was basically, do your research and vote for who you think's best. Basically along those lines. And people like were coming after her. I'm like, she didn't say anything wrong. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, why does it make you so mad that she won't like publicly support one person? And so this is kind of what it's coming from. She's like, I need a break. But he canceled 24 hours before. I don't know. I've been to, I think, 2 of Katy Perry's shows and 1 or 2 of Taylor Swift's. And they're like halfway through their show. Like, phenomenal show. And they like start to do like an acoustic set. And they're like, sorry, you guys. I'm just kind of feeling under the weather. I'm getting over a cold. I'm getting over a flu. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't even get out of bed when I have a slight cold. Like, and you guys are doing all this on stage. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta show up, especially when you dedicate. Like, I would get if this was like months ahead of the show, but 24 hours before. Adele is known to cancel a lot. She's known to postpone. Like, she postponed her Vegas residency, I think, twice, and people had already bought tickets, already bought rooms. Like, I don't know. It's like a tricky line. I get it, but at the same time, you maybe finish out what you've said recently that you're gonna do, and then take a break. You know what I mean? And that I've been thinking this a lot lately. I think she's gonna be the next Lorde, in the sense that Lorde does not like being famous. Adele does not like being famous, and I can get it. It's okay if you don't want to be famous, like you don't like it as much as other people do, but to constantly like complain about it is one thing. But like Adele's like, I just really don't love touring, and I'm just gonna do residencies or just like one-off show, you know what I mean? But I feel like Chappell Roan, after this massive era that she's in, is over. She's gonna go into hiding in the Midwest, or like maybe go to New Zealand and hide in Lord's cave that she hides in, apparently. She'll come back out in like 4 years with a new album. It'll do pretty good. Not as good as, like Lord's first album was massive. Her second album did really well. Fans liked it. And then she'll come back out again with the third album, and it won't do it as much. I mean, it's kind of what happens. If you don't keep up the fame train, then people start to lose interest. And it's really hard to gain it back. You just see it over the years with people trying to make a comeback. And if you don't do it right, if you don't do it meticulously, it just doesn't work. So that's my opinion on it. I think she will step back because she clearly doesn't like it. She tells us she doesn't. And when you're like belittling your fans for wanting a picture, I don't know. It's just interesting. It's an interesting world. And it's like, obviously I don't know all the behind the scenes, all that stuff. Like, obviously it's probably annoying when you're not in a good mood and people want to take a picture. But like I said, Paris Hilton will never ever turn you away from a picture. Like, people say all the time that she is the nicest person in the whole wide world. And she's like one of the richest people in the whole wide world. And she just knows. She knows that being famous is her job. It's her money-making machine. And it's why she gets to do what she gets to do. So, speaking of that, she went on stage with Meghan Trainor at Madison Square Garden. And they sang together. I just love Paris Hilton. She does not look her age. How old is Paris Hilton? That gives me hope. But also, I don't have $500 million to keep up, with facials and all these insane treatments they get. How old is Paris Hilton? No, Paris Hilton. 43. She does not look 43 years old. So crazy. Kim Kardashian's 43. Lindsay Lohan's 38. Sorry, it's showing me these things at the bottom of the screen, these other names. Have you guys, obviously you know who Chris Olsen is. If you don't, then you're not chronically online like I am. He's that TikTok star who's like been relentlessly bullied for the last couple months. Like, I actually feel so bad for him. And he doesn't even do anything. And people are just so mean to him. I'm like, if you think he's annoying, why do you follow him? Why do you engage with him? Just block him. I don't understand why people have to go on and bully people, even if they don't. There are some people that need to be bullied on there, I will say. They're just awful, evil people. But like, he is just genuinely trying to like make people smile and laugh. And he's that guy that goes and gives celebrities coffee. Like, he flies across the country and gives them coffee, Anyway, apparently he's opening for Meghan Trainor. And he has a new a new TikTok account, I think Instagram too, called Not Chris Olsen, and you have to be accepted into it. Like he has to personally accept you. So I think he like goes through and sees people that he's seen before, and if they talk shit on him, and like he's the one adding you into it, and then he like gives you like more in depth behind the scenes secrets and stuff of TikTok and celebrities and all that stuff. So I don't know. Go try it. I'm in. So you guys should go try it and see if you can get in. Unless you've been mean to him. What's next? There's a new movie called Thunderbolts coming out. It's a Marvel movie. And basically, a group of super villains are recruited to go on a mission for the government. The actors look pretty good. It's Florence Pugh, who I love. Lewis Pullman, I don't know who that is. What has he been in? He's one of those people that's like, oh, I know him, but I don't know him. He was in Top Gun. Did you guys watch Lessons in Chemistry? I never watched that, but I know the book was popular. Well, who else? I don't know who these people are. Sebastian Stan is in it. Is he evil? I didn't know he was a supervillain. I thought he was good again. So many questions. Rachel Weisz, I love her. David Harbour, love him, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Did you guys see? If you have been watching the Menendez brothers show, Julia Louis-Dreyfus's son is in it. He's Eric's friend, who he goes to dinner with and tries to get him to confess, and that's Julia Louis-Dreyfus's son. And if you don't know who that is, she's Elaine from Seinfeld. I don't get the Seinfeld hype. I'm sorry, you guys. I just think I don't like him. I just don't care for him. I think he is very full of himself, and I don't think he's very nice. There, I said it. I think I said that before, so it's not that big of a deal. Tom Daley, the Olympic diver who just retired, so sad, has a fashion, I guess I wouldn't call it fashion line, but it's a new line. It's called Made with Love. And I guess he has a podcast too called Made with Love. But he's like really into knitting. If you didn't know that, knitting and crocheting, he got into that during whatever the last Olympics was, I think, just to like kill the time. And now he has like, you can buy, looks like you can buy hats. Hang on, let me see what all he has. Products, craft. I think that's what it. Yeah, like you can buy. Why is that only $3? That makes no sense. You can buy yarn from his company and make your own clothing. Oh, that's kind of fun. I wonder if it gives you like a tutorial on how to do it. That is kind of cool. Oh, look at this houndstooth scarf. I don't get it. Why is it only $9? Is it just the yarn? Apparently it's just the yarn. So if you want to learn how to do it, you have to YouTube it or something. Anyway, but now he has like loungewear. He has underwear, joggers, long sleeves, kids and baby stuff. It actually looks pretty good. Where is... It actually looks pretty comfortable, not gonna lie. How expensive is it? $56 for shorts, so that's not terrible. Because it's kind of like Skims. Hoodies, Be Nice or Go Away, Love Always. Hoodies are like $70. These look like good hoodies, you guys. Oh, these look good. Like yeah. Okay. You don't need to just see a hoodie and you're like, that's not going to be good. That's just not going to be good. I can tell. I hate when hoodies ride up. They have that like elastic thing at the bottom and they just constantly are going up and up and you have to constantly keep pulling them down. I hate that. Anyway, go check out Made with Love. Got good stuff. Kelly Clarkson has a new Christmas song. We're getting closer to that time, you guys. Kelly Clarkson had one, and then Sabrina Carpenter's coming out with one, and there was one other person who had a Christmas song coming out. I can't remember who it was. Anyway, I used to hate Christmas music, like hate Christmas music, and like for some reason, the last couple of years, I actually enjoy it. Only during Christmas time, though. I'm not starting it in October. Like that's just absolutely no way. But I love like decorating, or like when you're getting ready for family parties and you have the music going around. I have Sonos speakers all around the house. So, like every room I go into has music. It's the same song. And I just love turning that on low and playing those old Christmas songs, like the hushed ones, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I think you do. Carly Rae Jepsen is engaged. The Call Me Maybe singer got engaged to a producer called MGN. She's 38. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so congratulations, Carly. I'll never forget the Called You Maybe era. I'm glad I was in high school for that, because what a fun song. I actually like that song a lot. Katy Perry has announced her Lifetimes tour. It's going to start in Australia. She hasn't released any other dates other than that. Um, she she's added like four more dates since she announced the Australian one. Like, her Australian fans and her Brazilian fans are diehards, like hardcore. So she performed at the VMAs and had a lot of exposure there, and then she released her album, and people here in the US were just like bashing it left and right. But she didn't care because she was in Brazil when she released her album. And she's smart for this because Brazilians are obsessed with her. Like, obsessed. So then she went and played Rock in Rio for 100,000 people the day of her album release. 100,000 people. Then she flew to Australia the next week and played at that, I think it's soccer. I don't know what sport it was. For another 100,000 people. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the U.S. They just don't like her, but she's she's still pulling the numbers, you guys. I'm sorry to say it. Sorry if you don't like Katy Perry, but she is just that good. And to release her album or her tour for Australia while she's in Australia is pretty genius. She also met Pesto. Do you guys know who Pesto is? He's that giant baby penguin. He's so big, you guys. If you have not looked it up, look up Pesto the Penguin. I love it. So the zookeepers did a dance to Katy Perry's song Lifetimes, and they're like, Katy, please come and see Pesto while you're here. I'm like, oh, I hope she does. I'm like, I bet she will, because she's like, this is right up her alley. And she did. She went and met Pesto and fed the other penguins, and I just love that. I love that she actually did it. What's next? So obviously she's going to release dates to the US tour soon. And I didn't get tickets to another Dua Lipa concert in New York. I really want to go to New York. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, but I want to see like Dua Lipa in New York, but I'm going to LA, which is still fine, but I want pit tickets. So if anyone has pit tickets to Dua Lipa, let me know. Ring my line. If that's the case, if I can't get them, I'm going to go get them to Katy Perry. And she has different, kind of like how Beyonce had the Renaissance Club. It's like the pit tickets, like by the stage, I'm going to try and get those. Because how fun. How fun. Let's see. Lady Gaga 6.5. That's her album in the middle of Lady Gaga 7 and 6. It's basically all songs from The Joker, which actually comes out Thursday night. So everyone go see that and support Lady Gaga. It didn't get very good reviews at the film festivals. They said that Lady Gaga was too good for this movie. So, I don't know. We'll see how it is. It's going to be hard to get people to like a musical when so many people, especially straight white men, liked the first Joker. They're like, it's the best movie in the whole world. I'm like, I wouldn't say that. Like, I probably will never ever watch that movie ever again in my entire life. But once I found out this was going to be a musical, the second one, I'm like, oh, you guys are going to be so mad. You're going to be so mad. Let's see. Oh, so Julie Chrisley, we talked about her. Sorry, I don't know why my voice is like this. Let me take a sip of my Alani. Clear the old pipes out. She had a resentencing hearing we talked about last week, and she hadn't gone to it yet, but she's done with it now, and that judge was not nice to her, and she said, I am not changing my sentencing, I am not adjusting it, you can stay in here for as long as I said, which is 84 months. So yeah, apparently the judge is not happy with Julie Chrisley, which I don't know, maybe they did something to her, maybe there's just tension. Let's see, what time are we at? 59 minutes. Okay, we got a little bit longer. Did you guys see Lana Del Rey got married? Lana Del Rey wedding. Let me see. Lana Del Rey married. She got married in a swamp in Louisiana. Inside Lana Del Rey and Jeremy Dufresne's relaxed, family-focused wedding on the bayou. It's so crazy. Apparently they've known each other for a while, so it's not like they just met each other and got married, which wouldn't be like uncommon for celebrity people to do, but this is from People. When Lana Del Rey tied the knot with alligator tour guide Jeremy Dufresne, the couple chose to host their nuptials in a setting close to their hearts. The wedding ceremony and reception were both held in the same bayou where Jeremy operates his swamp boat tours. This is where they first met. It's a special place for them. It was a beautiful, relaxed, and family-focused wedding. The focus was just on their love story. The pair obtained a marriage license from Lafourche Parish Clerk of Court. In Louisiana on September 23rd, 3 days before the singer-songwriter and her beau exchanged their vows. They spelled that wrong. An airboat tours by Arthur employee confirmed the wedding to People on September 27th. In photos obtained by the Daily Mail, Del Rey can be seen in a white gown with ruffles, neckline, and her hair styled with a light blue ribbon. Dufresne wore a dark suit for the occasion. He looks so much older than her. She looks younger here in this picture. Wow. Representatives for Del Rey did not reach out. Aw, I'm happy for her. I hope it goes well. I don't wish any ill will on them, but it's kind of interesting. Let's see. Cardi B and Offset are battling right now, and Cardi B seems to be winning. She obviously is not with Offset anymore, but she has 3 of his kids, and so she'll never be rid of him. And they are going back and forth on lives, bashing each other. And Cardi B has receipts. She keeps coming. I would not want to be in a fight with Cardi B. I'm just saying. Oh, did you guys see this? I want to Google right now to see if it's true. I saw a TikTok of a girl talking about Carrie Underwood's hang on, her song at the beginning of the NFL game days or whatever. How much? This is a crazy amount of money if this is real. Does Carrie Underwood make for Sunday Night Football? Carrie Underwood reportedly makes $1 million per week for singing the theme song for NBC's Sunday Night Football, which adds up to $18 million a season. Okay, how long has she been doing this? It's been over a decade. So she's made over $180 million from singing that one football song. One time. She just sang it one time and then she just keeps getting paid for it. That is a hustle. That is pure talent when it comes to your team for securing that deal. I mean, that's nothing for the NFL, but still, that is crazy. She doesn't have to do anything ever again. That's what I'm talking about. I just want to become super rich and still do what I love and still work and stuff because I want to. You know what I mean? I also want to be able to pay my bills. Is that too hard to ask for? Victoria Beckham has a new fragrance collection. It's based on her honeymoon. Hang on. Honeymoon fragrance. It's based on the hotel she stayed at for her honeymoon. And she's like, I remember the exact smell. This is not cheap. $750 for fragrance? Holy crap. A new fragrance collection. Through the perfume of memory, Victoria Beckham distills the notes of eras and atmospheres into fragrances found in personal yet universal associations. Drawing on her stages of life and parallels to a pop culture shared by all, each scent captures her own recollection of distinct times, places, and experiences, and mirrors them all into collective and individual reminiscence. So, introducing Portofino 97, Suite 302. So I think that's where they went on their honeymoon in 97, if I'm correct. That's one. Portofino. Look at this, $290. The bottle's really cool. I'm not going to lie. This better last for like 4 days. Yeah, 290, 290 is, I guess those are all the same price. So far they only have Portofino. They have I don't know how to say that. Ysadro Drive, a burst of energy, a new beginning, the healing power of perfume. I love the Beckhams. I'm not gonna lie. I actually really like them. Yeah. So there you go. If you want a new fragrance, knowing she is muscly, go to the Victoria Beckham fragrance page. Like very defined muscles in her shoulders and her arms. That's crazy. Anyway, if you're in the market for new perfume, fragrance, I guess, because fragrance is universal. You don't have to just buy for men and women. What is next? Maggie Smith, you guys. That is so sad. She passed away. Professor McGonagall. She was 90. How old was she? 90. Oh my gosh, where does the... Oh, 89. Sorry, 89. I knew she was old, but I didn't think she was that old. She's 89, and she died a year later, same day as Dumbledore when he died. What's his name? Dumbledore actor. No, I thought he died. They said one of the Dumbledores died on here. You guys, I'm not lying. I am not lying. What's his name? Sorry, I'm getting confused. Michael Gambon. Here we go. September 27th, 2003 or 23. He was born in Ireland, huh? He was 82. And then Maggie Smith died September 27th, 2024. That's so sad. I love her. I love her so much. I didn't ever look to see if it was true. I'm pretty sure it is because I saw it multiple times, but she was going through breast cancer while she was filming Harry Potter, and she kept doing it because she knew how much it meant to like the fans and the cast, and just like, I don't know how much people loved it. And she had like a, what was it? What do they say? 7-decade long career. She was in Downton Abbey. She almost had an EGOT. She had I don't think she had a Grammy. What did she have? Anyway, she was missing one to have an EGOT. But she was in Sister Act. I don't know, I just love her. But I saw a video of her and Dame Judi Dench and one other lady sitting around having tea in like a sunroom. And they just seemed happy and jovial, and that wasn't that long ago. So that just shows you. She was in prison. She was in the hospital. Sorry. She was in the hospital when she passed away, surrounded by her family. So sad. R.I.P. You just know that she was like one of the best people in the whole world. She was like everyone's grandma. Anna Delvey got eliminated from Dancing with the Stars. I can say her name. I honestly could give a rat's ass about her. Sorry, that was a little extreme, but I don't care about her. I think she's evil. I think she's mean. I hate people who act like they don't care about things. Like they're like, I don't care. Like, I don't know. Like she was asked about if she learned anything or had an experience from any of this. And she's like, Julianne Hough was like, what have you learned from this experience? She's like, nothing. I don't know. She's just one of those people you're gonna be around, and like anything you say, she'll like roll her eyes or like scoff or like just be totally mean. You know what I mean? I've just always got that vibe from her, and I really don't care about her. Sorry, I just don't. And let's see, what did she do? Anna Sorokin, also known as Anna Delvey, is a con artist and a fraudster who poses as a wealthy heiress to access upper-class New York social and art scenes from 2013 to 2017. Born to working-class parents in the Soviet Union, Sorokin immigrated from Russia to Germany with her family at age 16. So I don't know if she technically did. I mean, she was arrested, so she did something wrong. But I don't know. I don't like her. Sorry, I don't like her. She's not on Dancing with the Stars anymore. I don't know why she has a platform. But oh well, that's just my thing. Demi Lovato has a new law that has been passed. The Coogan law in LA or California, I think it might be all over the country now. The Coogan law is a law where children who are working in the entertainment industry, they have a fund or a bank account that I think most of their money goes to. A certain percentage goes to it. And when they turn 18, it's all theirs. And no one else can touch it but them. And because a lot of these, parents and stuff would just take their money. Like Jeanette McCurdy's mom, just there's just no laws. Like the parents would just collect the money and the kids would work. So she met with the governor, Newsom, in California the other day. There's a new law protecting children, child influencers. So these like family vlogs. I don't know why she felt so strongly about this, because she's like, that's not even in her field, but she did. Let's see. California, this is on Twitter from the governor. California is taking a stand with Demi Lovato to protect child influencers on social media. Under new state labor laws, child creators on all platforms will now get a trust fund for their earnings that are accessible when they turn 18. Which I think is pretty good, because did you guys ever see that video of that mom? I think their dog died or something, or their dog was sick, and she was like recording, and she's like, we're just so sad, and then she like stops crying immediately because she's fake crying, and then she looks over at her son. She's like, come here, come get in the picture. And she's like, look like you're crying. She's like, more, cry harder. He's like, Mom, I'm actually really sad, like I really actually am sad. She's like, I know, but like look into the camera, like look. And she's like staging this whole thing. I don't know. I'm sure not all family vlogs are, bad people, but like the Ace family, they're bad people. 8 Passengers family, definitely bad people. Yeah. Sabrina Carpenter's album Short and Sweet is now platinum. That's crazy. It's been out for less than a month, right? Supposedly, I haven't looked to see if this is true. Black Eyed Peas is doing a residency in Vegas, but Fergie's not in it, so it's like, we don't want that. Yeah, Black Eyed Peas, 3008, which is from their song Boom Boom Pow. I'm so 2008, you so 3000 and late. No, what is it? I'm so 3008, you so 2000 and late. Is that what it is? Okay, so February 17th, 23rd, and 20th. Why would they do it that way? Why would they put that in that order? That's annoying. 4 a.m. Black Eyed Peas, Monday, February 17th, 4 a.m. What does that doesn't make any sense. I'm so confused at what's going on. They're going to be at Planet Hollywood. Oh, they have more. So like basically all of February, some of March, some of May, and some of June. So if you want to go see Black Eyed Peas without Fergie, it's in Vegas. What else is on here? Did you guys see Dakota from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives was on a different reality show before this? Dakota, Secret Lives. What's his last name? What is his name, you guys? Sorry, let me look it up. He was on like a Survivor type show, and he looks so different. How does this show have a 5-star rating? Come on, you guys. This show's good. This show is pure reality television. Where is it? They don't even have the men on here. I love that. Jesse, Dakota. Why don't they have the guys on here? What is his last name? Anyway, he was on some kind of Survivor type show, and he looks very different. So this is not his first run-in with reality television. So I wonder if he wanted to play the villain. Obviously, I think they're not together anymore. I saw something where they're finally broken up. Or it's like several videos where they like were hinting at it, and then they were getting pretty blatantly obvious about it too. Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks and one other person who is a Sting are going on tour, you guys. Hang on. Billy Joel announces 2025 stadium tour dates with Sting and Stevie Nicks. One night, one stage. So obviously this is going to be at SoFi Stadium because that's usually where they do all this stuff. Billy Joel has announced a string of one-off 2025 stadium shows featuring support from a couple of his famous friends. Sting, The Police, I guess is he in that? Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac, both of whom have logged recent performances with famed singer, songwriter, and piano man. On February 8th, 2025, Joel will link up with Sting for a show in Indianapolis. Interesting. At Lucas Oil Stadium. Next, he'll head to Detroit, Michigan, for a performance at Ford Field alongside Stevie Nicks. Joel and Sting will head to New York. Wow, it's not even in LA. Interesting. Oh, and Salt Lake. My friend told me that they're coming to Salt Lake, but I'm like, I wonder if that's a different thing because there's no stadiums here. But they're going to the Rice-Eccles Stadium May 23rd. So if you guys want to go, tickets for the newly announced Billy Joel dates will go on sale beginning Friday, October 4th at 10 a.m. local venue time. So you guys, this is coming up. If you want to go see him, better get tickets. That'll be good. Seeing Stevie Nicks live, could you imagine? And Billy Joel, but still. There's a new movie coming out with Chris Evans and The Rock. It's a Christmas movie, and they have to save Santa Claus. I wonder when that comes out, and if it's just a Netflix thing. Chris Evans. What is it called? Sorry, hang on. Searching. Where is the rest of... Oh, here it is. It's called Red One. After Santa Claus, codenamed Red One, is kidnapped, the North Pole's head of security, Dwayne Johnson, must team up with the world's most infamous bounty hunter, Chris Evans, in a globe-trotting, action-packed mission to save Christmas. It comes out... It's number 25 in the whole world of popularity right now. It comes out sometime this year. I hate this. Why don't they tell you when it comes out? It just says 2024. PG-13 is 2 hours long. Lucy Liu is in it. J.K. Simmons is in it. Chris Evans, obviously. Dwayne Johnson. Nick Kroll. I love Nick Kroll. It should be pretty good. It looks funny. It's PG-13, so it's obviously going to be a little bit more geared towards... Oh, it's right here. Sorry, you guys. From screaming and yelling. Coming soon. Released November 15th, 2024. Still doesn't tell you where it's going to be. Is it going to be in Netflix? Nope, it says IMAX on the poster, which means it will be in theaters. So, that should be a good one. Go see with the kiddos. Did you guys see someone asked Adele for an autograph? She was like singing and walking around the audience, and they handed her one of her vinyls to sign, and she thought it was a gift. She took it and walked away. They're like, wait. Oh, I love that. I think that is it for today, you guys. I had a lot more on my list, but I didn't do my notes this week. I'm sorry. So I was unprepared. But yeah, that is it. It's the last day of September. October is going to be a busy month. It's a fun month. The leaves are starting to change. At Lagoon yesterday, the leaves were starting to fall from the trees, and it was also 90 degrees. But yeah, happy fall, happy autumn, happy almost Halloween. I know people love this time of year. I'm going to be watching spooky movies. I'm not going to be watching scary movies. I'm going to be watching fun, lighthearted movies like Monster House and Coraline and Hocus Pocus and Twitches 2. Or I guess just Twitches 1. Do they have Twitches 2? I don't even know. Those are my kind of movies. And you can make fun of me all you want, but I don't like scary movies. I'm just going to be right up front with you. Even though I've told you that like 78 times. Anyway, have a good day. Thanks for listening. Please go follow on Instagram. Please go like this podcast on Spotify, follow it so you know when I post, which is every single Monday. Give it a 5-star rating. Tell your friends and family. And please, you can interact with me on Instagram. I don't know why nobody does. I always like ask questions or like want people to ask me questions about stuff, and no one does. It's a few of you do, but I'm not mean. Please just like reach out, like have a conversation with me. I'll respond back to you. And go follow my TikTok. That is the most important thing. I posted one yesterday about Lagoon, so I'm not gonna tell you what it is because I want you to go watch it. And my Cheesecake Factory video has 22,000 views. So I am moving up in the world. Anyway, bye. Love you guys. Have a good day.